Start this off with my biggest issue, and before you go running to the comments, this is the running round playing with her build, hence health shields, and I was also pretty sure I had primed vigor on this. Apparently not. This is more of the, I don't want to say hardcore, but this is the better build, shall we say. It's not perfect because I haven't used her in a long time, and I know a few things I do want to change, but for now I'm just going to leave these on. This is easy. For this, I'm running around to fit her new augment, which obviously by the title of the video is what this is about. What can I sacrifice? A bit of strength, so 15% ability strength? Not a problem. And now she is mobile and can use that ability. I can also leave that in there because there's enough points that that'll level up. But when you get to more... what was the best way I can put this? Because I've got a few frames I run like this, where they have no health and no shields. More weaker builds. Better on abilities, but weaker on survivability, is what I mean by that. What you sacrifice here is a huge difference, and I was playing with this earlier, hence I threw some quick arcanes in here. Take that off, power strength obviously goes down 15% to 125, so I don't want to really ruin that. Continuity, yes, I went and now reminded, that will lower it to 175 from the, you know what, I should go to this then here, so we can see what it was. Actually, it's probably easier to come out and go back in, because then we can see what we're playing with a little bit better. Taking that out, yeah, that's too much to sacrifice if we get rid of this. The range is going to go up a lot, but considering this is adding mobility, her augment adds mobility, we don't really need the range, so putting that back in. So the only obvious thing I can think of, if you have a really good build on her, again, this is a really old build, hence the reason that she actually still has the pink thing on her neck, the cyst. I think stretch is probably going to be your best bet because it's adding the mobility. You don't really need stretch as much, but downsides aside, the reason augments are great is they add new aspects to abilities, and 210 endo isn't really that much. That's depending on which Ayatan sculpture you find on Maru's weekly Ayatan sculpture hunt. It's one of those missions, and it's maxed. And this augment can... her speed will be halved, but you can move while in Peacemaker, which is huge for her. In case you didn't know, the way this ability works before is you kind of stand still and shoot this gun as quickly as you can, assuming the enemies don't all stand right beneath you and completely annihilate you. This, of course, the fire rate does get quicker over time and can be a seriously powerful ability in the right hands. But you are stuck in place, you can't do anything, so that enemy beneath me, I can do nothing about until they step out of range, or into range, then can finally take them down. She is such a good frame. So obviously once I actually throw the augment in here and you take cover, it's really easy to activate it and just run round. It works exactly the same as it did before. The circle still gets small. It just means now, if you're getting shot from behind you like I am now, you can actually walk out the way of it, and yeah, just avoid getting the position where you're getting shot. So instead of having to jump out of it or being unable to shoot for a second or two, then jump back into it elsewhere, you can just move around. You can walk around with this ability active constantly if you wanted to, and it will still work exactly as it did before, which is great, actually. I'm so happy about this. There's so many people who've been after something like this for so long, because Mesa is one of those really useful, really good frames. I thought I'd ran out of ammo there. Stop shooting. But just having to stand still was kind of annoying, and constantly jumping in and out of the abilities. You still have to do that to reset this circle that kind of closes in there. kind of shortens her aim, so you're not shooting everything on the map at the same time, which is nice. I actually liked that change over the way she used to be, where it was just, you could come here and have thousands of enemies, you just activate the ability and it will shoot 360 around her. Having to shoot in the direction that you are aiming, because it now has this big circle on the screen, always loved that change. But the fact that you can have it active and move around, I mean, that's full sprint. From full sprint into it, and it goes to half her walking speed. You cannot sprint with it. You also cannot jump with it. So, in all honesty, the only real issue with it has got to be the fact that you have to find some way of actually making it fit, because without sacrificing damage or range or something to be able to use this, it's just not going to be worth it. I managed to leave duration, power strength and efficiency alone, but sacrificing range, I really do regret that, and will probably play with this in the future, but for now works really well and allows you to, just the fact that you can move around with this is huge, and just the fact it also works exactly the same as it did before. This has been long overdue, it really has. But anyway, we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch yous next time.